All right, it's the final day aboard the Sun Princess, and this video is going to be the hits and the misses. Hey, what's up? It's Chris Fantini, and yeah, this isn't really my normal content. I generally steer away from doing, ship reviews and that kind of stuff. But since, I'm still on the ship, it's all fresh in my mind, and people want to know about Sun Princess because this is only the second sailing in North America. I thought I'd break down some of the good and the not so great about Sun Princess. Normally, my content is all about getting casino comps aboard the biggest cruise lines at sea. And of course, I'm going to have videos coming up from Sun Princess about the casino, the games I played, how many points I earned, how much I spent. And then, of course, we'll see if I get any comped offers from the casino. So if you want to see those videos, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and you've got the notification bell on. So I'm gonna mix it up on this video. I don't want to do like all the negatives at once because I don't want to seem like I'm being super negative. I want to make sure I have had a fabulous time on this gorgeous ship. So even though it wasn't all perfect, I still had a really, really good time. All right, it's time for the first positive, and it is a big one. The food. This is by far the best food I've ever had on a cruise ship when it comes to fare included options. There are so many places to eat and it is so delicious. And then if you get the Princess Plus or the Princess Premier package, it unlocks a bunch of other dining options. But to be honest with you, if you want to go just the regular free included food, you're not going to run out of options. It's fresh, the quality is super high. There's a lot of variety and availability is great too. There's a lot of options later on into the night, including room service. If you get the Plus or Premier package, that's actually included as well. You don't pay for that. Of course, you're going to tip your server. But I would say room service is probably the weakest food on the ship, but it's still good. It's just not as good as the rest of the stuff. Like I said, the best I've had at sea. A prime example of this is pizza. Imagine if I told you that this ship had the best pizza at sea that I've ever had at any cruise ship, including MSC, which is an Italian line and prides itself on their pizza. Well, I could say that's true, not only once, but multiple times. You can get pizza at 5 different venues on this ship. 2 are included. That would be Lido Slice, which is a New York style, really, really good. Then if you go to the promenade on the outside of the eatery, which is the kind of like buffet style dining, they've got this really awesome like fluffy rectangular pizza. I was watching them make it. They get the dough ready, they put olive oil on it, they proof it, then they par bake it with tomato sauce and put the toppings on. It is so good. The next one isn't really traditionally a pizza, but it's really good. It's like a fluffy focaccia that you can get in the eatery, and they pile it high with raw ingredients. Like cured meats, olives, olive oil, vegetables, soft cheeses. It's really, really good. Now you get into the ones that are an upcharge. So there's casual dining, which is Alfredo's. You can get that on Plus or Premier for free, or you can pay a cover charge of $14.95. Man, this pizza was sublime. It was so good. It's brick oven fired. It's light and crispy. It was so good. I ate the entire pizza, even though I probably should have stopped at like 3 slices, but I was like, I gotta finish this thing. It's too good. It was so good. And then the last place you can get pizza is at Sabatini's, which is the upscale Italian dining. I didn't get the specialty dining package, so I won't be eating there on this cruise, but I can only imagine that the pizza there is fabulous as well. Alright, so the casino. I'm not going to go too much into the casino in this video because there's going to be other videos coming up where I'll go way more in depth with the casino. It was also, like a lot of things on the ship, hit and miss. The things I really liked on the casino is that they had a lot of games I've never seen before, and a lot of fun games too. Slots from a company called Blueberry. I don't know if you've heard of them or not. They've got some really great slots. So I did enjoy playing the slots, even though I didn't really know which ones were going to be good or not. So there's a lot of trial by error there. I also thought the waiters were really great in the casino. That leads into some of the negatives about the casino. Number one, there's no bar in the casino. So you're gonna have to order from a waiter to get your drink. And sometimes the waits can be super long because the casino was absolutely jam packed. That's another negative about the casino. I think that it was really jammed in. The walkways were really hard to navigate. It was hard to get by people. And when it got really busy, it was a little bit frustrating moving around and finding machines. They say it's the biggest casino at sea. I don't know what their parameters are for that, but it's definitely not the biggest casino at sea. I think Oasis class ships for Royal Caribbean have bigger casinos, and definitely XL class ships like the Carnival Celebration, Mardi Gras, and Jubilee have much bigger casinos. So I don't know where Sun Princess is getting that from. Technology. I would say technology on the ship is a hit and a miss. The technology was down several times on the ship, which was really frustrating for people, including the app and all of the medallion stuff. The medallion stuff is really cool. Your medallion has proximity text, so if you walk up to a bar, you automatically load into the bar, so when the bartender gets to know you, it's really easy for them to find you. You don't have to tap your medallion to get a drink or something like that. When you walk up to your door, it automatically opens for you, which is super cool. Also, there's geotagging, so basically you're located. So there's two things that plays into. The first one is if you're trying to find your way to something on a ship, like an event, it will actually show you a map of how to get there, which is really cool. And then also there's something called Ocean Now, which is their delivery service. It's absolutely free if you get the Plus of the Premier package, and they'll deliver food or drinks to you wherever you are on the ship. I would say this one's a little bit of a miss for me because I tried it a couple of times and I waited a very long time. One time my drink didn't come at all. So I would say they're still working on this, and once they sort it out, it's gonna work really, really good. A couple of misses on the app. They don't provide menus for any of the restaurants, which I think is kind of bizarre. Like, it'd be nice to be able to see what each restaurant is serving right in the app. And then another thing is there's no hours. Like, you can't go to one of the restaurants and see what the hours are. You have to go into their paper schedule. What is it called? The Princess Patter, I think it's called, in order to see what all the hours for the venues are. So I think that's an opportunity there for them to improve the technology as well. But some really cool stuff and some stuff to work on. All right, the room. The room was another big hit on this ship. It was one of the best things outside of the food. The room was gorgeous, sparkling clean. The bathroom was really nice and well laid out. Glass shower door instead of an ugly shower curtain that sticks to you. I had a great little seating area. I had an ocean view. I thought I had a balcony, but actually I had an ocean view, but it didn't bother me one bit. There was a nice little nook to sit there. There was a great desk to work from, and there was lots of plugins, whether you're talking traditional, USB, USB-C, just a great room, lots of space, and my cabin steward was fantastic as well. All right, service. Like a lot of things on this ship, it was very up and down. There were some crew members who seemed kind of disinterested, and there were some that were really, really fantastic and helpful. I had an issue at one of the venues, and I ended up walking out because I waited so long to be served. I was really, really frustrated. So I went down to guest services and I let them know what happened. They said that the manager would be getting in touch with me today because this happened last night. Did not get in touch with me at all. However, I went to a different venue to eat after walking out of the first one, and that manager had already found out that I lodged a complaint, and he was so apologetic. Even though it wasn't his venue that was involved, they treated me so well at that dinner. I really enjoyed it. And then I went back to that original venue today for lunch to try to sneak in. The bartender, I guess they had flagged my account because she knew right away what had happened. She was so apologetic, and she took really, really great care of me. She really turned around my opinion of the whole venue and what had happened. Still pretty disappointing that the actual manager involved never bothered getting in touch with me. So that was a big miss as far as I'm concerned. a miss on Sun Princess is the ship design. It is bizarre. Now, while the ship is beautiful and there's really amazing spaces like the Sphere, the whole aft area of the ship, there's so many great places to check out. It's almost like they had like 10 designers working on 10 different areas and they never ever talked. There's a lot of you can't get there from here's on this ship. It's very confusing. So I would give it a bit of a miss. I would imagine on their newest ship that they will be making some changes to make it flow a little bit better. So what's the verdict? Will I sail on Princess again? I would say never, but I don't know. I'm a little apprehensive for a couple of reasons. Number one, I get a lot of comps on Royal, which I love, and also Carnival, which I've grown to love. So it'll be hard to add another cruise line into the roster. And I gotta say, the vibe on Princess, it's not exactly my vibe. It's a little bit more upscale. It's a little bit more older. I want to put this delicately. The clientele is a bit like uptight, snooty. I met a lot of really great people, don't get me wrong. Had a great time, met a lot of fun people. But the clientele is really kind of not my vibe. They seem to take themselves a little bit too seriously at sometimes. So that would kind of impact me. What a lot of people have told me too is not to judge my Princess experience on this ship. The ship is so much different from all of the other ships. It's so much bigger and it's just the way it's designed. They said that Princess cruises that are on ships that are a little bit smaller are way better. So like I said, never say never, but we'll see what happens, especially with my play in the casino. We'll see if I get any comps. And like I mentioned before, this is the first video in my Sun Princess series. I'm gonna do some videos on how much I spent on this free cruise, how I did at the casino, what games I played, and then of course eventually we'll see if I get any offers, and if I do, I'll share them with you and let you know whether I'm gonna book or not. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and put the notification bell on if you want to be notified when those videos come out. Thank you very much for watching.